So Sean Grayson, he is a sheriff's deputy, right? A former Sangamon County sheriff's deputy. Now, he probably is going to get hired by 20 other departments by the time he's through. He was part of 6 departments in the last 4 years. Well, he actually got discharged from the Army on February 24th, 2016. So 8 years ago. Apparently, we love the troops so goddamn much. Even if you're kicked out of the military, we'll go ahead and hire you to be a police officer 6 more fucking times over the past 4 years. Sean Grayson also didn't have his body camera on. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. He goes up there hothead, arrogant, trigger happy, can't wait to fucking use violence. He's there to help. Yeah, I'm so sure. If there was no body camera, we would have never known the truth. It's awesome that we're starting to see some police reform in America. But there's a time when America was just straight up fucking fascist. It didn't matter what the cop had fucking done, what they fucking said. They're going to sweep it under the rug and let them get away with whatever the hell they want to get away with. So that's disgusting. 50 years ago, we would have just had a dead body, a dead Sonya Massey, and then Sean Grayson's bullshit. And we would have treated Sean Grayson's bullshit like it was God's honest truth, like it was literally God coming down from the high on the heavens and saying, yes, Sean Grayson had to defend himself. Sonya Massey had thrown boiling hot water on Sean Grayson. Why? Because she was a victim and she thought that there was a prowler or somebody was outside or somebody had dropped the car off or busted the car windows or... It's disgusting. It's disgusting that there's some people out here that absolutely cannot see how just straight up murdering somebody. There's racist, fascist motherfuckers in this world that you have to say, this is wrong. Thou should not kill a nation of Christians who don't even understand thou should not kill a nation of Christians who call themselves pro-life. Is this Palestine? Is this the same shit? I mean, you got racist, fascists, killing people in America, racist, fascists killing people in Palestine. 1:08 a.m., Sonya Massey was the victim. Sonya Massey called 911. There's somebody outside my house. They're walking around like they busted out the fucking car windows, right? And then they get there frickin' 30 minutes later and they say, well, where's the guy? We walked around. We didn't see no guy. Yeah, that's because he done fucking left. He was here, fucking harassed me for 5 minutes. And then I said I was calling the cops and then he took off and he's been gone he's going to come back tomorrow and fuck with me for another fucking 5 minutes again and keep doing this shit. He's outsmarting you dumb motherfuckers. And then you're the police, so you're supposed to call, if someone calls 911, you're supposed to save the victim. You're supposed to protect the victim. You're supposed to comfort the victim. You murdered the fucking victim? Jesus fucking Christ, that's the absolute worst job a cop could possibly fucking do. Hey, I'm here to protect you. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, well, shit. You didn't really protect them, did you? You kind of killed them. You kind of murdered them. I mean, that's some really bad luck, isn't it? The people who are supposed to fucking protect you are the ones that end up fucking killing you. Ronald Reagan said one of the worst things a person could say is this: hi, I'm here from the government and I'm here to help. She called 911. She said something was outside. Apparently she wouldn't answer questions. She hung up. They are twisting. I heard mental health episode. This motherfucker here, let's pay attention. Let's listen to some Todd Grande. This motherfucker, he's going to sit there and give the police officer way too much benefit of the doubt. And he's also going to allege that Sonya Massey is having a mental health episode. She wasn't having a mental health episode. She's staring in the eyes of a psychotic killer who's giving her shit, who's being contemptuous of her, who's making fun of her. I get traumatized not by the murder itself, but everything that motherfucker said up until the fucking murder. You got a bunch of tattoos, you're big as shit. You're sitting there doing this cocky, arrogant, fucking impatient bullshit. What's this? What's that? How come you're not answering the door? Hurry up, answer the door. What is this, in Indianapolis? Is she allowed to, I think pot is legal there, right? So she had to put on a nightgown. She had to put some clothes on. She had to make herself, decent. And you're pounding on the damn door like she's the one that fucking did something. At the very beginning, I want to talk about all this.
Sean had a dramatic and aggressive reaction to this religiously themed statement, which was disproportionately severe.
Disproportionately
there was no reason
severe.
For him to infer.
Disproportionately. That's the least you could say. She says, hey, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Bam, bam, bam. 3 shots in the head, now you're dead. 3 shots in the dark, and now Huey's dead. You're going to sit there and try to tell me That was disproportionate, you think, you motherfucker? Well, she just said hello to me. How are you doing today, officer? Then I shot her in the face. That's a little disproportionate. It's wicked, it's evil, it's sick, it's psychotic. Defund the police is the exact right thing to do. We're putting too much money in the militarism. Shoot fucking first, ask questions later. He's supposed to aim for body mass. Now they're aiming for our faces. And they used to tell black boys that they have to put their hands on the steering wheel, have that conversation. But now they're saying they got to talk to the girls and the boys and the men and the women. Everybody in the black community understands what the fuck is going on. But half white people are okay with the lynchings because they're racist, fascist pieces of shit. And then the other half knows that this is evil and wicked. I wish I had the courage, if I was her husband, her son, her uncle, a neighbor, a friend, if I was any kind of loved one or a friend of Sonya, Massey, and I saw this stupid, he even asked, does anyone live here with you? No, officer, I'm here all by my lonesome. You could totally come in, and she's vulnerable, she's weak, she's a $110, he's 220, he's at least twice her fucking size, he's got all the damn weapons in the world, he's got a bulletproof vest, he's got a piece, he's got a gun, he's got state authority, he's got tattoos, he's got forearms, and then he's got another fucking guy. So 2 guys on a little woman. This is just so sick. She's a perfect victim. I see nothing that she did wrong. Anybody wants to try to blow up a tiny little thing here and there, fuck you. I think every bit mental health episode. She's looking into the eyes of a psychopathic murderer. What the fuck? So I think 2 things. She is stammering a little bit. So I think 2 things is happening. Either A, she knows the person who brought the truck over and then busted out the windows or whatever. Probably somebody who loved her and was trying to show off and give her a gift and, well, fine, you don't like my vehicle, and then busted out the window. So she's having a disturbance. Some shit happened. And then when the cops get there, they're being so psychotic, it's almost like, shit, are you going to hear me out? Are you going to try to listen to what I'm saying so you could solve this problem? Or are you just going to be a punk-ass piece of shit? And then if you solve the problem, are you going to kill him? Because maybe she doesn't, maybe arrest him, warn him, give him a ticket. But she doesn't want to see him get shot and killed. She likes him, but doesn't like him like that. Just wish he would just get the fucking picture. So that's one thing that I think could have happened, right? She called for something. She called about a reason. You got to be careful nowadays if you're going to call the cop, because they could just show up and just fucking murder you. Oh, you're the one that needs help? Bang, bang, bang. Well, I guess that's a perfect way to cut the crime rate down. If you just murder everybody who files a complaint, well, guess what? You won't have any more people filing complaints anymore. That doesn't mean crime's going down. That means our fucking protectors, our security, our public servants have gone rogue and they're criminal as fuck. And they're part of the criminal underworld. So let's listen to some more Todd Grande if we can fucking stand it.
She intended on throwing hot water on him. That is not part of the rebuke process. Hot water was never mentioned. Sean drew his weapon.
That's so
as
funny.
he finished warning Sonya.
He's such a comedian. This Todd Grande. What a dick. Fuck you,
if he was afraid of
Todd
Sonya,
Grande.
Why would he move closer?
Todd,
the weapon in her possession.
You talk like a weird, creepy fuck. He's like, well, clearly there's some mental things going on there. The only mental thing is, I had a fucking incident. I'm calling the cop who should fucking solve the incident and fucking get the bad guy. And without murdering everybody and shooting everybody up in the damn fucking neighborhood. And I'm talking to the guy and I'm fucking nervous because, well, shit, he might just shoot me in the fucking face over some dumb, petty shit that he tells me to do a thing, some Simon Says shit. Her anxiety and her nervousness in that situation, a mental health fucking crisis. This guy's a fucking psychologist. He bills himself as some psychiatrist or some shit.
A pot of hot water. This is not considered to be a long-range weapon.
A long-range weapon. Look at how he's fucking talking. Yeah, the threat is so minimal, it's disturbing and it's fucking fucked up. So he's clearly not a good psychologist. The boiling water, she goes to the stove. There's a counter right in between the two. And then he even goes towards her and she looks up and that's when he shoots her in the face. And she had the pot of water. She was there at the faucet. She was there at the sink. She was just taking the pot of water off and putting it into the sink, you know. She was just calming things down. She's nervous. You're asking, you know, her fucking name and information and all this other shit like you're going to do something. She even asked in the very beginning, you're not going to hurt me, are you? You're not going to hurt me, are you? Why wouldn't you comfort her, console her, reassure her? No, we're the police. We're here to protect and serve, protect life, liberty, and limb. That's what we're here to do. You say there is somebody out here in the backyard. Well, we check the yards. He doesn't mention that till later on. Checks all the yards, checks everywhere, doesn't see anybody anywhere. So in my mind, I think she's just nervous for A, her own safety, and B, for the safety of the friend or the person who was messing with her, who she knows and who she doesn't, she wants her friend to stop because she doesn't like him like that. And he just won't get the damn picture. Bought an SUV or something. I'm just saying something had fucking happened. She's not just calling the 911 because it's suicide by cop. It's ridiculous. As a man, I wish I was courageous enough to stand up for Sonya Massey, any and all innocent women. If I couldn't wrestle Sean Grayson to the ground and prevent the violence itself from happening, then I would like to think that I would use my body to take the bullets or the punches for as long as I could for Sonya Massey as a husband, father, son, neighbor. I'm embarrassed that there's so many Caucasians out here, so many white supremacists, racist, fascist motherfuckers that just so bloodthirsty, gung-ho, evil, and wicked that even clear and obvious murders. Oh, she was sleeping in her bed and got shot. Well, she shouldn't have slept like that. There's been so many, oh, he's got a gun. Oh, no, he's got a phone and he's calling 911. Oh, he's just walking. Oh, man, there's some offense there. There's bootlicking fascists in this country who just need the thinnest veneer. Oh, she had a gun. Oh, where's the gun? Oh, no gun. She had a knife. No knife. Well, she had a pot of boiling water. Where did she get it? I told her to take it off the stove, and then she took it off the stove, and then I freaked my fucking self out because I'm like, shit, I just told her to pick up a weapon. She's $1.10, so let's say she tries to throw the boiling water. Do you have no hand-eye coordination? She tries to throw the boiling water. It's in a pot, so she would have to throw it in a way to where the water goes out of the pan. Without the pan, she could try to throw the whole pan, but the water won't. If you're trying to get the boiling water onto the person, she'd have to throw the pan in a very specific way to get the water to come out of the pan, and then it would have to be perfectly in the direction of the officer. You would also see the wind-up. You would see her rear back, and you would see her throw. None of this happens. He pulls out his fucking gun. Immediately she ducks down and she cowers. She gets down and cowers and says, sorry, I'm sorry. So you rebuke me? You're not going to rebuke me in the name of Jesus. Don't you dare. Well, you're making up something. You're thinking she's saying a lot more than what she's actually saying. So there's a lot of fucked up people in America that any old excuse to justify the taking of a life, this Christian, this pro-life nation, this thou shalt not kill, Moses, 10 Commandments, this Christian nation, love thy neighbor. I mean, God, we should know thou shalt not murder because we are Christians, therefore we love our neighbors. You treat your neighbors the way you want to be treated, right? You're rooting for them. You want them to do well. You're not getting jealous of the things that they got and the things you get. You don't want them jealous. You want to be good, cordial neighbors. You want to get along. But this whole thou shalt not murder law doesn't seem to be taking hold. KKK was Christian. This fascist theocracy seems like it could be on our way. You heard Donald say he's not a Christian, but go ahead and vote for him and he'll do all the things that you Christians want him to do. Just vote for him once and he'll just stay in there as dictator forever. Simon says switch the deck chairs, right? Simon says shit. Simon says go get the boiling hot water. Go get the pot on the stove. We don't want a fire. Simon says, go get that boiling water. And then, now that you got the boiling water, Simon says, put it down, pick it up. Just like that guy it was an Arizona hotel, that Caucasian guy that got shot up by the cops. You had Samantha Ramsey. My God, cops have been blowing people away left and right in America for all of my life, all the live long day. There's only been a couple times that police have been arrested and got any sort of justice. He's been fired. And he has finally been fired, right? They were doing that shit, the Catholic Church shit, where they just switched the deck chairs, right? They just play the Catholic pedophile priest merry-go-round, where if at one spot, then they do the crime, then put him in a different spot, and then just kind of keep on circling them around. This guy had 2 DUIs. He was discharged out of the military for a serious offense. So honorable, dishonorable. I don't know if they said dishonorably discharged, but we love our troops so damn much and DUI motherfuckers that if he becomes a cop, then we're going to, the FOP, the cops union, are going to protect his job no matter what. In terms of being a good solidarity union, right? You're as weak as your weakest link. This guy straight up fucking murdered somebody, and if he's got a DUI, you can't even get a job selling pizzas or driving a truck, but you could become a cop and get the license to murder and the license to attack people and the license to have a monopoly of violence with the state backing you with anything and everything that you do. The three branches of government are totally powerless when it comes to the cop branch, since they're dependent upon them nabbing people and kidnapping people. That's how the whole judicial system even works. So they need their cops going out and kidnapping people, shooting people, arresting people. Here's what I would have done. If I would have gone up there, let's say there is a prowler in the area, well, go out there and, look for the prowler. Look for the person, the stalker. Find out what the hell. She's afraid that maybe I might go find him and kill him. Okay, she hates him, but not hate him to death hatred. So I understand that. So go there, put a scare in him. Tell him, don't you come back here. There's going to be a problem. That you're going to get arrested. And stop stalking her. I don't want to have to beat you up, beyond all comprehension. I don't want to have to arrest the shit out of you. I don't want to have to throw you into a pen and just let you rot. So I'd say she's feeling anxious about things. Maybe this thing happened. Maybe she needed an ear to talk to, a shoulder to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend to help you. Talk to her. How's she doing? How are your children? How's work? Ask about things that may be stressing her out. Give her uplifting words and messages and tell her she can be the best her that she can be. What I love about helping others is when I give myself, when I give them great advice, I end up giving myself great advice. I was so into your mind, body, and soul in your situation that when I figured out a solution to your problem, I also figured out a solution to my own problem. Sometimes folks just want to talk to each other, so she either just went through some shit, she's a victim of a fucking crime, and you just murdered her. That's the worst possible outcome for a police welfare check. I'm just going to go check out, see how Miss Laura's done. Oh, shit. She's dead. What happened? Did someone come in and stab her? No, I shot her. Huh. Well, that's clearly fucking wrong. That cop system, that election system, this politician system, this just ain't fucking working. We've got to defund the police, keep some police around, but take a lot of the money going to the policing for mental health specialists, get sociologists, psychologists, psychoanalysts, psychiatrists, psychologists, get them all out there, all the mind doctors. She's living alone, they asked her if she was by herself, so perfect, right? She's totally vulnerable. You got some creepers stalking her, peeping in at her, giving the fucking SUV, busting out the windows in the SUV. Maybe she's just anxious knowing there's people all over. And at any given moment of time, something dreadful could happen. That's enough to give anybody anxiety. Being sardined in a city, just being locked up in the city, you're already kind of living in your own domesticated jail anyways. So I don't believe she's having a mental episode. I think she's just nervous being around a fucking psychopath, and she just went through some shit, and she has to figure out, how do I get you to listen to me, to believe what I'm telling you, so that way I can get the outcome. He did this, he did that, don't kill him, don't hurt him, here's where he's at, here's what he's doing. Jesus was able to unbewitch Mary Magdalene. He got the bejesus out of her. Did he not? And how did he do it? According to Chosen, he just said, from here on out, you are mine. You are mine. You've been getting used by all these men, and they think that you're just a dirty, rotten whore, and they have no love and no respect for you, but now you are mine. Now you will be respected. Sonya Massey was shot in the face, just below the left eye. Sonya Massey got shot. Another thing I hate about this is the only videotape that we have of Sonya Massey. Nobody ever recorded her in her good moments or her laughing moments. We just have the last fucking minute of her life. Shot right below the left eye. He literally shot her in the face. I will shoot you in the face, the murderer said. Then he murdered her. They have 3 charges of first-degree murder. They should do 1 second-degree murder. There's aggravated battery with the gun, and then, official misconduct. It's clearly official misconduct. It's clearly battery with a gun. First degree, they might not get first-degree murder on. His deliberation was just 1 minute prior. That's not much of a deliberation. Charge him with first-degree and second-degree murder. Because if you don't get the first degree, you'll definitely get the second degree. But they got 3 first-degree murders on them. Sean Grayson jokingly, but not really, he says when he's knocking on the door, "Are you coming to the door or not?" Blah, blah, blah. "All right, hurry up." He jokingly says, or anytime someone's contemptuous of you, "Are they about to shoot you and murder you?" He knocked gently 2 times in a row, but the 3rd time he's cop knocking on the door, banging on the door instead of beckoning. Instead of asking to be invited in, he's saying, "I'm fucking here, motherfucker, open up the fucking door." The fascist racists are so out of control. I bet you he'll get a big old fat crowdsourcing check. Some fucking he'll get some money with the gun will sell on eBay, and he'll get a bunch of fucking money for it. He'll get hired in some other police department. The FOP already said that he shouldn't have been fired because it's not a good grievance or something. He murdered somebody. What do you mean he shouldn't be fired? Please don't hurt me. Sonya Massey asked it right from the top. He knew that please God, Jesus, fuck, this motherfucker's out of fucking control. He keeps yelling. He keeps on acting all stupid and crazy at me. At one point in time, they're about to walk away. That would have been the best thing. Okay, well, we looked around. We didn't see nothing. All right, see you later. Okay, thank you, officer. And just walked back inside. But they kept talking and kept asking another question and another fucking question. It would have been best if they did not engage. Just fucking leave. He just about left, but he was asking questions to make trouble for her, asking about her name, getting her ID, asking about the black SUV parked in her driveway. Please, God, don't hurt. I heard somebody outside. They came, didn't see anybody. So what? It's not possible a criminal did some shit for 5 minutes and left? Of course that's possible. During the whole damn video, a bunch of gunshots are happening in the background. Maybe fireworks. It sounds gunshotty. So they're worried about this little Sonya Massey. They're listening to little Sonya and paying attention, making Sonya, oh shit, we got goddamn Rambo and we got motherfucking the Terminator and Rambo wrapped into one. Oh my fucking God. We got the whole army and Marines and one little 100-pound woman. Meanwhile, there's actual gunshots. It's July 6th, so probably fireworks, but it could be gunshots too in the name of celebration. That's, give them the benefit of the doubt, but it wasn't like, wait a second. Is somebody getting blown away? Is someone just getting murdered? Is there anything else I could do for you? He asked like a stupid douchebag, dumb fuck. He's arrogant, talking stupid, talking to her like she's dumb as shit. Sonya Massey told him her last name. But Massey's not good enough. What's your last name? She already told the fucking dispatch, Massey. Now he needs a driver's license. Simon says this. Simon says that. You're not doing it quick enough. Now do this other fucking thing. He needed all of her identifying information right then and there. Now he's asking her to get the pot of boiling water off the stove. We don't need a fire right now. After Grayson murders Sonya, the other cop announces, I'm going to go get my kit. Oh, she's fucked, he says. She's fucked. She's done. Wow, Sean Grayson, that's pretty sick, you sick fuck. That's how you can tell if a cop is legit or not. You didn't want to hurt anybody. You didn't want to shoot anybody. But if you had to shoot somebody, then you want them to live. Is there any more danger? Is there people in the rafters? You got some sniper fucking fire, somebody putting cover fire in there? No, nothing like that is fucking happening. He had all the time and peace in the fucking world to get her kit and try to stem the bleeding and try to save her. But he put one in her face. That's brain damage, and eventually you'll die. But you could also save a person. Gabby Gifford got shot in the head and she lived. She lived. And she was able to do therapy, and she actually, I'm shocked and surprised that she lived through a shot in the head. But you could get shot in the head and you could still live. Our technology and our medicine is getting a lot better, especially if you got universal health care. She's fucked. She's done, Sean Grayson says. You could go get your kit, but that's a headshot right there. Oh, he's all proud about it now. So the big-headed, fascist, racist fuck said he was going to kill an innocent person that didn't deserve it. Then he did it. And then afterwards, he's acting like, well, she threw boiling water at me, tried to scare everybody else down. She had a pot of boiling water, motherfucker. She called the cops and what? To order ambush you? Lure you into her house so she could throw pot water, boiling water with you with guns, you with state authority, you with fucking twice as big as her. She wanted to lure you inside the house so she could, that was her MO, her modus operandi, her entire being, her entire point for living was to fuck with the police, call 911 over some bullshit, Get the 2 cops inside, throw boiling water on them, and then as they're melting, take the fucking guns and then take their fucking cars and then just cause havoc. Motherfuckers are so fucking stupid or just fucking evil as shit. It's like when I'm watching the Palestinian slaughter and not hearing anybody give a damn. And then how much does religion and race actually play a factor? Maybe America loves Israel so much. Or maybe America just doesn't give a fucking flying fuck. Not one iota, not one single flying fuck about brown-skinned Muslims. They don't give a single flying fuck about brown-skinned Muslims. Just like they don't care about brown and black people here. Oh, a cop just killed a black person? Why would a racist piece of shit in America give a damn about that? They wouldn't. And because of crowdsourcing, the racist might fucking fill his coffers up and put him up on a fucking pedestal and say he's one of the greatest one of you motherfuckers when he's the least. Are you good? He asked his partner. Yeah. Are you good? Yeah. He's like, God damn, the other one's having, real fucking conscience and shit. And then he says, just let her what? Bleed out to death? Flop around like a fish? Just let her twitch? Just let her twitch and bleed out to death and flop around like a fish. Don't get your kit. Don't try to stem the bleeding. Don't try to pull the bullet out. I guess the bullet goes through the eye and goes out the back of her head. She's losing a bunch of blood. There is shit you could do. Seeing all his tattoos, it's like, what demonic gang is he a part of? Cops used to be so straight-laced, the FBI, they've had a lot of fucking problems, but some kind of general police force is called for, and having, your shoes polished and having nice pants and having your fucking utility belt, being so straight-laced. You got a shit ton of fucking tattoos. You've been a part of 15 gangs. Well, I'm not for sure if you're really cut out to be a police officer. We need an all-American to be a police officer, and you seem way less. You're not only are you imperfect, you are just rotten to the fucking core. Outside, they're asking, yeah, I'm good. He's saying that it's a 1082 or 10. He's suggesting she's crazy. Bitch is crazy. He says that literally. This fucking bitch is crazy. Well, she's dead now, so, I guess, no, to say fucking bitches, ooh, it's like the misogyny covers up the crime, the criminality. There's clear misogyny. This fucking bitch is crazy. So that's clearly, I hate women. That's the B word. You're not supposed to say the B word or the N word. She's breathing really badly, but she's still moving around, which means she's still breathing. She's still kicking. The second cop could have got the medical kit and maybe could have saved her. But losing a bunch of blood out of her head, they waited and waited and waited some more. Later on, he said, we barely got missed. We barely got missed, even if she was to throw the pot of boiling water at them. Where's the gun, said a sergeant. No gun, Sean Grayson admits. This happens in Springfield, Illinois. Marijuana is legal there. So why didn't she answer the door? Because you're cop knocking. You're being a bunch of weird, creepy fucks. You knocked on the door and you're hiding from the damn peephole. So you knocked on the door and I don't even know who this the hell is outside. That July 6, 2024, this month it happened. This very month, not 3 weeks ago. So Sean Grayson has been fired, so there has been some punishment, and he's in jail right now looking at first degree. So there will be a murder trial that will happen for Sean Grayson. That's how the system is, right? Once you got him booked, once you got the number in, well, then the other person gets victim's rights, and then he gets the rights of the accused. The deputy did not knock on the door. He beat on it with his fist. He didn't identify himself until the 4th or 5th time. He didn't stand in front of the ring camera on the door after he beat on the door so he could be seen. The deputies walked in the home uninvited, searched the home, and then they filed a false police report about the incident. Without the body camera, we don't know what the hell happened. Thank God the body camera was there so we could actually see the God's honest truth. She didn't throw any water in the pot at him. She had it in her hand. She was putting it on the sink. It was already hot. So, it sounded to me like she was putting water in it to stop it from boiling. She picked up the pot, tried to protect her head with it as she's ducking down and cowering. I don't see her try to throw the damn pot any fucking point in time, any point or time at all. At all. She was putting it in the sink, either to dump it out or to put, noodles in it or whatever the hell. Maybe she's boiling water for noodles. So maybe she was going to pour the water through the strainer, right? And then water goes down and she keeps the noodles. She wouldn't have been able to throw it, not all of it. Basically, they're saying, no, you can't be a person. You can't be a human being. You got to be right here. They have to be straight-laced, right? The victim has to be straight-laced and have all their fucking... She's got her little nightie on. She's got her little hat on. You'd have to throw the water out of the pot or throw the whole kit and caboodle. She's not going to throw the whole pot. She's not big enough. And if she tries to balance and throw the water out of the pot, very, particular, you got a big countertop in between them. I don't see her, even if she tried, even if you just stood there and said, go ahead, throw this pot of water at me. She would have to have some dexterity, some balance, and she'd have to throw the water out of the pot correctly. And it would have to be pointed directly to him. I would see her trying to throw the pot and the water going up in the air and maybe hitting herself, if that was ever any intention whatsoever. It's like they put a gun in her hands and then shot her because she had a damn gun. You want to say a boiling pot of water could be dangerous? Yeah, I guess so. But not with her, not with Sonya Massey, not with the way the only way anything could be fucking dangerous is if they were a bunch of psychopaths, trigger-happy motherfuckers who just want to get away with goddamn murder. Alec Baldwin got away with murder, right? What happened to the lady who armed her or whatever? That's not the shooter. The one who give him the gun is the one that's going to get a boiling pot of water. She couldn't have threw it that far, not aiming it perfectly. Countertops in between them. She cowers, she ducks down, she says, I'm sorry. A mental health episode. I don't see the mental health episode. He was the mental health episode. And she was just coping with this psycho. So when Todd Grande says, oh, she threw the pot of water, I don't think, it's not fucking true. When she cowers down, it looks like all she has are her oven mitts in her hand. And the pot of water is still up on the top. And then she's kicking and falling. And so, water or something spilled on the ground. Look at it. It's on the floor. Look how close the water is, if it's fucking volcanic goddamn lava. If the water touches us, we'll melt. Like he's the Wicked Witch of the West. I don't see the mental health episode at all. I don't see the mental health episode. I see a psychotic piece of shit cop not being patient, not listening, not paying attention, not trying to figure out the problem so he could solve the problem. But I see a piece of shit who just keeps escalating his fucking criminal piece of shit ways. Sean Grayson had 2 previous DUIs. You can't even deliver pizzas with a DUI. Or drive trucks or a taxi. But you could be a fucking cop. You have a license to murder 6 different departments in the past 4 years. She's saying, please don't hurt me. I don't want to hurt you. You called us. No shit, Sherlock. Sean Grayson is white, pleaded not guilty to 3 counts of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm, and official misconduct. Oh, okay. Well, he says he's not guilty.
Remained safe simply by staying where he was.
Right.
Sonya initially crouched down and left the pot on the counter.
He didn't have to walk towards the damn thing if he would have stayed right there, if he really thought that there was a danger. There wasn't any fucking danger. He's a fucking cunt. He's a hot-headed, trigger-happy fucking murdering psycho, and that's why he got fired from all the police departments. That's why he got kicked out of the fucking military. He's a piece of shit. He's an incompetent, fucking hothead piece of shit. Gets a tiny bit of fucking power, and he's going to push it as far as he can go. He's been dreaming about shooting people his whole life, and he got kicked out of the military. Now he can think about shooting Americans, and he got one of us, and yay! Defund the fucking police. Defund the fucking police. We need more money for homelessness and the causes of fucking crime. Deal with the crime, but we need to deal with the fucking problems of the crime, the origins of the crime. We need to deal with those issues too. Poverty, homelessness, things that we can deal with, food, water. If anybody has to think about fucking turning into crime because they got to steal bread for their fucking babies, well, that's a failed society right there. You're forcing people to become fucking criminal, and then once they do a couple crimes, well then, how much bigger is their little bread stealing operation going to get?
So she was unarmed. As Sean closed the distance, Sonya did appear to grab